What's up, future millionaires? Today in this video, I want to cover how to solve inaction paralysis and how I was able to overcome being stuck at 1 or 2 clients in my agency for about 8 months. So the first thing we're going to be covering is the inaction paralysis. And if you've ever had the situation where you know exactly what you need to do, you know exactly what you need to do in order to achieve your goals, but for some weird reason, it feels like something's holding you back, and you just can't get yourself to take the action necessary to achieve your goals. And that's what this video is going to help you solve. And I'm gonna go step by step and figure out, first off, what the cause of your inaction might be, and then second, how to solve it. So this is actually, I made this video because I had a realization yesterday that completely changed my day today and made me 10 times more productive. And it was that there's really 2 types of work in your business. There is the action, there is the profit producing activities and the things that really push your business forward, that move it in the forward direction. And then there's a second type of work that's really more of like maintenance work. It might be stuff that actually needs to be done, like maybe making a website or replying to emails, chatting with your team, stuff like that, it seems when you're doing it like you're doing a good job, and it seems and feels like you're moving your business forward, but in reality, you're not. So there's really those 2 types of things. And it could be like responding to clients, getting clients results, everything like that. The way that I kind of imagine it is you have 2 spinning plates, and you can't really balance both plates at the same time without one falling. So what you really need to do instead, and basically what I was doing before that was completely ruining my day and causing my inaction, was I would get up in the morning, I would check my emails, and then I would respond to all the emails. That would take me like an hour. And then I would check my team's chat, and I would reply to all their questions, do that. And then after that, I would check the Facebook group of my program and then reply to people's all questions there. And by that time, it ends up being, in between all of those things, it gets sidetracked by little things that maybe a client ad account isn't performing well, as good as it should be. And then I get distracted by that. And by the end of the day, I've gotten to the second part of the day and I haven't gotten any of the actual things that move the business forward done that I wanted to get done for that day. But it seemed to me like I was being productive. And this is a huge problem that I've faced my entire entrepreneurship career. And this has really been a turning point for me, even doing this 2 years later. So this is really going to be able to help you change the game. And I wish I would have had someone telling me this at the very beginning. So like I've said, you've got these 2 kind of tasks that are going on here. But what you really need to do instead and realize is it's not possible to keep both plates spinning and intact at the same time. You gotta let one fall over and just completely get shattered, and then you can go back and fix it and replace it with a new one later. So what you really need to do instead, and this is kind of the shift that I've made, it's not possible to move your business forward at the same time you're doing all these maintenance and these little tasks and things like that. And so what I mean by maintenance tasks, once again to recap, is like replying to emails, getting the client's results, talking to your clients on the phone, doing meetings and everything like that. And then things that move the business forward is like client outreach, like doing the actual strategy sessions to close new clients and figure out new ways that you can get new clients. Those are more so profit producing activities. And really there's only 2 profit producing activities. It's 1, generating strategy sessions and doing strategy sessions. So if you're running an agency and you're doing anything besides those 2 things, then you're not moving your business forward. What ends up happening, and what I pretty much did at the beginning, is I would do everything possible except for those 2 things because I felt like it was moving my business forward, when in reality it wasn't. It was only maintaining it. So what you should really do instead, and what I propose to you to do, is focus 6 out of the 7 days of your week on those profit producing activities, and then just leave 1 day that you focus on all of these maintenance tasks. And what's going to happen is, yes, there might be times where, and this even includes like replying to your texts of your family members and scrolling through Instagram. Guys, I have no more social media apps on my phone. My life has completely changed, and the more you can simplify your life, the better it will be, and the much more focused work that you're going to get done. Just to share a quick tip, Warren Buffett and Bill Gates, one of their fathers, something like that. I might have shared this in one of my previous videos, but one of their fathers had them write down one word without looking at each other, the number one word that would be key to their success. And they both wrote down focus. So that's the most important thing that you need to create a successful business, is focus and cutting out everything that doesn't matter and only focusing on the core tasks. And you have to relentlessly eliminate the things that don't matter and focus on the core key things. And in reality, this is going to be really help you solve that inaction paralysis, because you're not going to have anything else to do. You're going to be bored to the point where you literally have nothing else to do except for the things that you're supposed to do. So that's one way you can solve it, and the biggest way that allowed me to solve it first. And like I said, what I was pretty much proposing is we're going to move all those maintenance tasks to one day of the week, and we're going to leave the entire rest of our week to only generating strategy sessions and doing strategy sessions. And those maintenance tasks, like replying to client emails, getting them results. Now, as far as getting them results, you obviously, if you're just starting out and you don't have any employees yet, you really want to focus on getting them results, those first couple clients, so you can get good testimonials, feel confident about yourself and everything like that. But after you've got a client or two and you've gotten them great results, you really need to automate that process by hiring someone else so you can focus on actually growing your business. What's going to end up happening is when you put all of those tasks like in one day, whether it's hanging out with, you might even have to sacrifice like texting your friends and like going out with friends during the day or something like that. Leave it all to one day that you're going to do all these maintenance tasks in your life. And what's going to happen is people might get mad at you. Your clients might get a little upset that you took 4 days to respond to them by email. But guys, this is what you really need to do if you want your business to grow. And these people are going to end up understanding, and it's really not going to hurt anything. So you just need to go ahead and do it. And this is what I'm doing. I'm putting everything that's more so maintenance. I haven't decided yet. It's either going to be Friday or Saturday. Most likely Friday of every week, I'm going to be doing all of those more so maintenance tasks. So what I mean by maintenance tasks, once again, is a couple more examples is, for example, I've been taking up a lot of time scheduling out doctor's appointments and talking to doctors on the phone. And what I normally do is I'll do all those things at the beginning of the day, and then my energy will be out by the second part of the day to where I can't even do the things that are most important in my business properly. So what I'm going to do instead is move all those easy, mundane tasks that make me feel like I'm doing something but aren't actually doing something. And I move all of those to Fridays, and then I'll focus my whole Friday. Then if there's anything left, then I'll use that extra time left on Friday to actually move the business forward. But now I've got a whole entire 6 days that I can completely focus on growing my business. So that's a really huge way that has completely revolutionized my business. Now, I haven't implemented that long yet. Just started today and I already noticed an enormous difference in my productivity, but just wanted to share that with you guys first. So another thing that you can do to solve and figure out what's causing this inaction is track if you're saying that you don't have enough time to generate strategy sessions or do strategy sessions or grow your income, if you're feeling like you're not having enough time, what you can do is you can track where your time goes for the entire week. So set a time on your phone for 30 minutes, and every 30 minutes, you're gonna have an alarm go off on your phone, and you're gonna write down what you did in the last 30 minutes. And then you'll be able to see exactly what I was just talking to you guys about on how much time you're really wasting either scrolling through your Instagram every morning. And guys, you just need to relentlessly eliminate the distractions. My phone is off before I go to bed. So when I wake up in the morning, I can't even look at it when I wake up. And that was a huge mistake I was making. I would look at it first thing when I wake up, and then all of a sudden I'm getting watching YouTube videos for hours. It just doesn't work. You got to remove all the distractions. So the only thing you can focus on is the things that matter. Another thing that you can do is you can trick your brain to actually, and once you do those things, what will end up happening is, because you'll have nothing else to do except for the action-taking tasks, what you can do then is tell your brain, because your brain is bored and it wants something to do, give it your bored brain those action-taking tasks. And what you can do is trick your mind to believe that you really love doing these things, even if you don't necessarily at the beginning. You can kind of trick your mind into tell yourself with affirmations that you really love. Let's say you don't actually like like as of right now, you don't like doing client meetings, but you need to reframe your mind to tell yourself that you do love doing client meetings and you love to close the sale and you love that feeling you get when you get your first sale, you love that feeling of getting able to help a business and help them grow their business, and just really put that positive mindset into your mind and really visualize what that situation is going to look like of you taking action, how good it's going to feel once you've done it, and everything like that. And that will really help. To the second part of this, hopefully those tips were able to solve your inaction. If you still have problems with an inaction that those didn't solve, I know could be other reasons. For example, like let's say you did 75 cold calls and you didn't get any businesses, and that's the reason why you're doing that you're feeling not confident or you're having inaction. So let's say that's the case. You've done 75 cold calls and that's the reason you're not wanting to take action, because you're worried that it's not going to work, you're not feeling confident, everything like that. What you need to do is think about it not emotionally like you are currently. You need to think about it logically. Well, you called 75 businesses. You need to think about why they didn't, why did they not want to work with you? And you want to realize that it's not a big deal. What's wrong with doing it 75 businesses again? But you don't want to repeat the same mistakes. So you want to go back. You should be recording your cold calls if you're not already. But go back, look at those call recordings, or think about what things they said in the call. Why did you not close them? And then you need to go back, redo your cold call script, change what you need to, change your tone if you need to, change anything, make adjustments, and then go out and try it again. Think of yourself more so as a scientist rather than somebody that's making cold calls. If it doesn't work, that's cool. Failure is feedback. Failure is not actually failure. So you need to reframe your mind to believe that failure is feedback. So it's not actually failure. It's just giving you feedback for what you should do differently the next time. And then you do the thing differently the next time, and you can pretend you're like a mad scientist and you're gonna test this new thing, maybe this new script that you've tested, and now you're gonna, after doing a certain amount of calls, you're gonna test this new one. It doesn't work, test a different one, doesn't work, test it, and then you're eventually gonna hit the gold mine where you're you'll end up getting a meeting every 5 to 10 calls, and you'll feel out of your mind. And a lot of times it takes practice, you guys. You can't just expect any business to be get rich quick, and no business is gonna be easy. That's just the way it is. But trust me, this lifestyle is definitely worth it. The best thing that ever happened. The final reason I've seen people have inaction is because they maybe know exactly what to do, but they just haven't had the experience yet. So they're nervous, what are they gonna do? What happens if I don't get the client results? What happens if this, that? I don't even understand how this process works. I don't feel confident walking the client through step by step. Well, if that's the case, there's a really easy solution for that. So all you have to do is just straight up be honest with the business owners that you're making an offer with. Just straight up tell them, look, I'm brand new to this, but I want to make a name for myself. And basically what I do is let's say Facebook ads for chiropractors to get them new clients. And like I said, I'm going to be completely honest, I'm brand new to this, but all I ask is that you provide me with a testimonial and 3 referrals after I get you the results. And I just want to build some case studies so that I can be able to show some other businesses how to do this. And it's just super simple. You just be completely honest with them. Tell them you're just starting out, and it might take you a little bit longer than normal, but you're going to be willing to do it for completely free because you're just getting started out. And that can be a really easy way if you're really feeling inaction. And the reason is because you're worried what's going to happen when you actually talk to the business owner, or maybe you're super nervous to talk to business owners. Whatever reason it is, or you're really nervous that you're not going to get businesses results or something like that, just do it for free. Do exactly what I told you, and just be honest with them and tell them you're just starting out, and they'll completely understand it. They'll probably even respect you that you're offering to do it for free in the first place. And a lot of them, it'll be super easy for them to take you up on it. So then, to answer the second question that I had to this video, how did I overcome being stuck at 1 to 2 clients per month for about 8 months? So the big realization that I had and a big turning point in my agency that took me from 1 to 2 clients every month was my belief in my ability to be good at sales. And notice I said my belief in my ability to be good at sales, not actually being good at sales. So when I first started out, I really had this limiting belief that I was naturally never going to be good at sales because I had always been told I was shy, always been an introvert, and that I also believed that people were naturally born good at sales and that extroverted people were better at sales, and that pretty much everything the opposite. I always told myself I never want to do selling. I don't like to sell. I don't like to meet with business owners. I would tell myself all that. And what I realize now is that was all a bunch of BS. And that's the whole reason I wasted 8 months stuck at 1 to 2 clients, is because I wasn't wanting. So one, I was facing inaction because I would tell myself I don't want to meet with business owners. So that was part of the reason I was meeting my inaction. And then the second part, I wasn't actually closing them very well because I would always tell myself that I'm not good at sales. I suck at sales because I'm an introvert, and I need to find somebody that's good in sales to partner with me. That's what I always thought. And the breaking and turning point for me was after that 8 months, or a little bit before the end of that 8 months, when I really had that turning point in my agency that brought it to 6 figures really quickly. So before I was doing like 1 to 2,000 per month, and then all of a sudden I jumped from 1 to 2,000 all the way up to 8, 9,000, 6 figures income. And the reason that was is because I finally changed my mindset to tell myself that I'm good at sales and I'm gonna make myself good at sales and I'm amazing at sales, and that I love sales. I love talking to clients. I love closing the deal, and I love being able to help them grow their businesses. And I really reframed in my mind that in the sales call, I'm not here to sell them. I'm here to help them and figure out whether I can help or not. And then if I can't help, that's okay. I'm going to tell them I can't help. If I can help, then I'm pretty much going to prescribe them my services and think myself more so as I'm a doctor and they're coming to me for advice and to help them out. And I'm going to pretty much give them the prescription if it fits. My service of Facebook ads to help them scale their business. And then I'm going to get them amazing results, and it's going to be an amazing relationship. And it's not just me taking something from them. It's a mutually beneficial relationship where we both of our businesses are going to help each other. And that was really the huge turning point when I was finally able to achieve 6 figures. And the whole reason I was stuck at 1 to 2,000 per month for 8 months is one, because of the inaction that I was taking, because of my limiting beliefs. And then the reason I was finally able to overcome that is because I was finally able to change my mindset that I was good at sales and that I love sales and everything along those lines. So with that said, sorry this video went a little bit long, and also sorry that I sometimes jump around on topics a little bit. I'm still working on my speech outline, the way that I talk about things. Sometimes I jump back and forth because I get an idea in my head as I'm talking, and then I jump back and forth. I'm really working on being more focused in the way that I speak, but hopefully you guys can see that I'm getting better over time. And with that said, hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Jump off the diving board.